Yo, what's good with it? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Y'all already know what to do, man. Hit that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new. Let's talk about it, man. We got Game Five, Phoenix Suns, Denver Nuggets. Game Five reaction. Obviously, if you didn't tune in and you didn't see it, the Nuggets won that game. They were in control of this game pretty handily the entirety of this game. Um, you know what I mean? I would say the Suns are in trouble, but I got to look at it from the standpoint that neither team has won a game on the road. You know what I mean? So each team has did what they're supposed to do, which is protect home court. That doesn't bode well for the Suns because obviously they would, if they win Game Six, then they got to come back to Denver for Game Seven. So what does that mean? One of these two teams is gonna have to figure out a way to win on the road. Excuse me, y'all. One of these two teams gonna have to figure a way to win on the road, in order to get this series closed out. Who has the better, what I mean, chance at doing it? You almost want to say Denver, but again, they haven't won on the road either. But what I can say is that for them going back into Phoenix, it's literally a closeout game scenario for them. So I wouldn't say they're playing with house money, but at the same time they understand that they have two shots to get this thing wrapped up. You know what I mean? But that's not the mentality they definitely shouldn't have. They should go out there and look to go ahead and get this series wrapped up and get some rest and look forward to whomever's going to come out, that Lakers and Warriors series. You know what I mean? If I were them, I would go into Phoenix with that mentality of we're ending this tonight. We're not going to play around. We're not going to risk any kind of injuries or anything like that. But Phoenix is gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do some soul searching. Watching this game, man. I'm seeing lapses on defense. I'm seeing lack of defense being played, lack of communication. There's no tenacity. There was no plan with force. There was no attacking. The ball on both sides, whether it be on offense and defensively. I've seen more than a handful of plays where Kevin Durant had an opportunity to come over and get a help slide block or challenge somebody at the rim or things like that, man. And it looked like he just got really passive on it. He didn't do it. Aiden getting blown by and just not playing with force or anything like that. And like I said, man, it's one of those things where his motor isn't consistent. You know what I mean? You got a Ferrari with a minivan engine. You know what I mean? Like he's not out here looking to perform at the highest level at times. He's just kind of going through the motions, and that's what you saw. That's what I was seeing watching this game. And Devin Booker does what Devin Booker does. He starts to get cooking and going. And again, they kept him in the game towards the end. I think more so to find a rhythm. Same thing with KD, but again, the Denver Nuggets have definitely been doing film study on KD and looking to see how can we minimize his impact on the game. And which is one of the things you have to do is be extremely physical with him and force him to put the ball on the court. And when he does, fly different people at him. You know what I mean? Fly him at him quick. Is the best chance because we've seen, with the long stride and the wide dribble that he has, he's had a few turnovers when it comes to like ball handling as far as like handling the ball. And I think he'll get that cleaned up, and they'll have to change a different game plan of it, how they want to attack this Denver Nuggets team. But just the reaction and watching the game, it just looks like the Suns came out with lackluster energy. You know what I mean? And just the Nuggets, just they were up for the moment. The Nuggets came in with an attitude, understanding, that we got to protect home court. We got to go out there and get this game, and that's what they did. I mean, in the home games that they played for the Nuggets, there's been double digit wins dang near every game that they played them. They beat them handedly. On the flip side of that, for the Suns, man, they the games they won, it's been extremely close. It's been within, at the very most, 8 to 10 points. You know what I mean? There's been some close games, and it hasn't felt like when the Suns are beating them that they're gonna blow the doors off of them or they're gonna extend their lead or stretch the lead or anything like that. For some reason, it's just keeping it close, and I'm a bit weary of that, and I see it. So the Suns are gonna have to do something, man. They're gonna have to come up with something. You know what I mean? Monty Williams has his hand cut out for him. He got to figure out what he can do and how to maximize Aiden's efforts, and then they definitely got to figure a way. You know what I mean? To maximize KD as well. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a fatigue thing, but when I'm looking at him playing on both ends, he's leaning over, holding his knees on the defensive end and things like that. So I mean, is he playing too many minutes right now? You know what I mean? It's a lot of miles on that body. And is he playing too many minutes? You know what I mean? He got to do it from a coaching standpoint. Monty's got to figure a way how he can have KD at the best at his best and being able to make a true impact on the game. And like I said, Devin Booker's gonna do what Devin Booker does. You know what I mean? He's gonna put up points. He's a high volume shooter, and a lot of times he's extremely efficient at it. Especially in this series, he's been really efficient at scoring the ball. But right now, man, Denver, it seems like at least again, and I have to say, at home, Denver has their number at home. And like I said, with them having to come back to Denver, if they force a game 7, it's not looking to be in their favor right now. And yeah, there's some chippiness that's going on, man. There's some definitely some gamesmanship that's taking place that we're seeing. Both of these teams are definitely starting to give off that rivalry type energy. You know what I mean? And these guys competing at the highest level, they understand what's at stake, advancing on, getting one step closer to the ultimate goal, which is, winning the championship. Obviously, you got to reach the conference finals and then the finals to win it. But for them, man, they're taking it one step at a time. But shouts out to the Denver Nuggets, man. They killed my prediction for today. I had the Suns winning it, but deep down, I had this weird feeling that Denver could come out. And again, I think I even said it is that I wouldn't be hard pressed nor surprised if Denver came out and won this game. Why? Because they are a poised team, and at home, it's tough to go in there and beat them. You know what I mean? And we're seeing that firsthand. But hey, man, Suns got to figure out something. It's literally win or stay home in this situation. Since they're playing Game 6 back in Phoenix, it's win or stay home. So they're gonna have to figure something out, man. But that's all I got for. I mean, that's just my reaction to it. It was a great game at the beginning of it, and then it got ugly, and the Nuggets just went into full control mode. So from there, it was just kind of watching it and just a means to an end. You kind of could tell the way the game was trending and everything. You knew Denver had this game locked away. It was signed, sealed, and delivered at a certain point. I want to say towards the end of the third or mid third. At one point they went up by like 23 or 24. So it was like, yeah, it was pretty much over from that point. Suns tried to make a last run. They pushed it down, I think 17. So yeah, they pushed it down to 17. Denver called timeout, came back on, ran it back up. So it is what it is, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate you sliding through. Make sure you hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And then if you wish to support the channel, that information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the description of the video. Again, man, I appreciate you stopping through, and I'll catch you on another one.